Hello, good morning, family and friends. How are you doing today? I welcome you to this our day and also to this our live broadcast where we feel free to expose every lie and spread the knowledge free of charge. So I welcome you, join me. Okay, you are part of me. I may not maybe invite you or approve you to join me on the screen, but at least on the comment box, whatever you have to share with us as to relate to whatever, anything. It must not be maybe according to what I'm saying, but you may remember something or something may come to your mind why I'm saying something. Just type it there. I need it. Other people need it. That's how we grow together in this woke nation. So you are welcome. I want to share with us today what I titled, Where is Your God? Where is your God? For those that believe God created them, they have a God. Those that say they serve a living God, they are worshiping a living God. We need to see that God. Where is that God? I can go and see him. Have you seen that God? Where is that God? You tell me he's in heaven. Have you been to heaven? Have you seen that God? Where is your God? Let me tell you this. If you must live well as a human being, as a person, as a sincere person, you must tell yourself the honest truth. I'm pleading with you. Tell yourself the truth. Even if you're lying to me, at least if you love yourself, tell yourself the truth. Let me use my life as an example. When I was a bad boy, like, into bad things, stealing and all that, I stole something. I was asked. I said, I didn't do anything. I didn't steal anything. I didn't steal anything. I didn't steal anything because I wanted money. I stole it. No, I was not born to steal. My parents were good parents, but they were poor. So when I see other kids, buying things or their parents buying them, my parents cannot afford it. I go to steal. I go to steal to sell something to buy it, of course. Okay, so everybody will ask me, you won't hear me cry, nothing. I will say, no, not me. But the moment my mother comes around and asks me, you will see me begin to cry and tell her the whole truth. My mother. Because I loved her. She's my mother. We had that bond, strong bond together. And that's why what I'm doing now is really, really hurting her. She don't want me to go the way I'm going. She want me to follow her still in that Christian way. But I cannot continue in a lie after I know the truth. And I can't force her to follow me. I can't force her to follow the truth. I can't force her to do that. So, but she's one that will make that decision. So, as what I'm saying, if you love yourself, I love my mom and told her the whole truth. When I deny, I refuse to tell any other person the truth. But I told her the truth. And because I told her the truth, she do everything to, get me out of that situation. That's what the truth does. Truth will always set you free. Tell yourself the truth. It doesn't matter who is against it. It doesn't matter who is against you. It doesn't matter who will reject you. Don't worry about that. I like one thing, Reverend, I think now it's a Bishop Ezenwafo used to say. He's from my town. He said, a tree does not grow old with the leaves, with those first leaves it started with. And I said the same thing to my daughter. Listen, you tell me somebody is your best friend. No, don't say that. That person may not be your best friend tomorrow. You don't know who is envious. You don't know who want you to fall, but you say they are your best friend. Of course. How wish people that don't like what I'm saying now unfriend me, even block me. I wish they do that. So that the people that love what I'm saying will come in. You have to empty the bottle for the fresh water to come in. The fresh and the old water cannot stay together. You have to let the old wine go out and let the new wine come in, and keep the bottle fresh too. So tell yourself the honest truth, because religion is like your slave master. It will never train you to be free. No way. Religion will never tell you the truth. Any pastor that have a church can never tell you the truth. That's why when you ask them the honest question, just simple honest question about their teachings, about their practice, they will say you are in the flesh. They will begin to tell you, no, don't let the devil deceive you. Don't go. They can't give you the answer. Or they tell you it's a spiritual thing, because spirituality is confusion, just like ignorance is. So they will never train you to be free. Your change starts with you. You have to activate your brain and think for yourself without fear. Will you think for yourself and ask yourself this simple question: where is this my God? Stop believing the nonsense they tell you in the Bible, in the Quran, or in any book, or what they're telling you in the church or in any religion. No, you yourself, if God exists and is alive, you have to see that God. So I'm asking you, even though you may not, you don't care to ask yourself, where is your God? I want to see your God. Can you show me your God? If you cannot show me your God, then don't preach your God to me. If you can't show me your God, don't tell me anything about your God. I need to see your God. Show me your God. It's in your Bible. The people of Israel is in the Bible. So read Psalm 115. He said, why should the heathen say, where is our God? Of course. Let the heathen see your God. Let them see the power of your God. You have to demonstrate it. It's not preaching it. Anybody can preach. But when it comes to demonstration, that's when you can see who is who. That's when you will know the difference between faith and fact, between fact and fiction. You cannot prove fiction. You cannot prove faith. But when fast comes, of course, everybody can prove it. Everybody can demonstrate it. So where is your God? For example, you read in the Bible that God fed the nation of Israel with food from heaven, they call manna. God fed them with food from heaven. Food falling from heaven, they went out and gathered it. They did not work for it. They did not pray for it. They cried. God said, you know what? I will send. You begin to feed them. You believe that in the Bible, right? And you believe in that God? And in time of need, you see children dying of hunger all over the world. God have not done that, and God cannot do that. You know why? Because it was a story put in the Bible to deceive you, to keep you in bondage, for you to believe in imaginary God you have not seen and you can never see. Where is that God that fed the nation of Israel? He fed them with manna, but he cannot feed you with one square meal, at least one plate of food a day. I don't mean you go and walk and make the food. No. I don't mean maybe somebody, your fellow human being made the food and gave to you. No, I don't mean that one. I don't mean somebody telling you, the Lord laid it in my heart to come and give you food. No, I don't mean that. The miracle is direct out of God. Miracle, there is no middle person between you and the miracle of God, if it is a miracle. But there's no such thing as miracle. They make you believe there is miracle. God can do this. God has not done anything in the world, and God cannot do anything in the world. It is what men do, they say God has done. They ascribe their character, their behavior, their works, their effort to God. They cannot see. God is the one that gave me. God has provided everything. Okay, God has provided everything. Why are you still working? You know, you have to do. No, you don't have to. When God provided manna to them or for them in your Bible, they didn't have to work for it. They didn't have to do anything. All they need to do is to go where it fell and gather it. Period. That's it. You say that's all you have to do. If it is a miracle of God, you don't need to work to get it. You just receive it. That's it. Have you received any miracle from God? No. So how about in the New Testament? Jesus fed the crowd with 2 fish and the 2 loaves of bread. You believe it happened. He just lifted them up and gave thanks and they multiply. You believe that happened. Let Jesus multiply 1 cup of rice you have in your house. Let us see. He said, you will do greater works than he did. Let pray in Jesus' name and ask Jesus to multiply that $1 or 1 naira in your pocket to 1 million. Let Jesus do that. It can never happen because it's a story they put in the Bible to deceive you and to enslave you. Where is your God? The God of the Old Testament and the God of the New Testament that you read in your Bible, God of signs and wonders, God of miracle. Where is that your God today? He said, God of Abraham is my God. Where is that God of Abraham today? He asked Abraham to go and sacrifice his son for him, right? And that's the God you're worshiping. You say you don't believe in human sacrifice. So why are you worshiping the God of Abraham? He believes in human sacrifice. That God is a bloody God. He wants to make covenant with Abraham. He said he has to cut his penis, circumcise his penis. But I thought you said everything God created was perfect. Why a man has to circumcise his penis for God to have covenant with him? He's a bloody God. Bloody, sucking God. It must pain you. He wants you to be committed. I keep telling people, when you say people, they say they did ritual money to become rich. The John Secret Society, they perform some ritual to become rich. No, it is not the ritual that gives them money. No. The ritual, the purpose of the ritual is to harden their heart. They make their heart for them to be committed, for them to see there's no way out because of what they have done. That's why if they can do the initial sacrifice, the initial ritual, they ask them that they can do any other thing. Like if they say you have to kill your father and mother, and you kill them, they know you can kill the whole village. You don't care. Just for you to remain rich. But it's the people in charge of that cult that will be bringing the money you need. It is not any God. It is not any devil. It is still human being like you doing it. If it is God or devil that is doing anything, it will not require your assistance. You will be doing them. Where is that God that rained manna in heaven? I mean, from heaven in your Bible. Where is that God that multiplied? Just Jesus lifted up something, God multiplied them. Where is that God today multiplying your money? But they tell you to bring your tithe and offering. God will multiply what you have. You know, what you have in your hand or in your pocket will not keep you. You have to sow it. Cast your bread upon many waters because you don't know the one. That's all nonsense they use to rob you. If your God exists, let that God multiply your bread. Let that God multiply your fish. Let that God rain manna, rain food from heaven. He can do all things. If your God can do all things, why is he not doing all these little things you are praying for? You don't supposed to be praying for those things. God should supposed to be, God should be giving those things to you. God should be doing it. If he's almighty, don't stop limiting him. Why are you pitying God? That's why you're speaking for God. You are defending God. Because you are the one controlling that God. Your God is idle. Your God is dead. He cannot do anything for you. Where is your God? You can appear on this screen right now as I speak. Your God cannot do that. And you say he's almighty. He don't need my invitation. He don't need your invitation. He's been listening to me if he exists and he's almighty. The Bible saying he was appearing to people. Of course, okay, he can appear to us. What is holding him? What is stopping him from appearing to us? I'm not talking appearing to you because when I say appearing to you, we see in your dream. Yeah, well, I see a figure. He look like this, appear to me. He say, I am the, you know, they even give you the voice of God. The voice of God must be, oh, all that nonsense. And the voice of the, that's the devil. Nonsense. And the same God you say you cannot see. You called your fellow human. You call your parents, you call your uncle stingy for not giving you money to start your business. How about the God you have been praying to, even giving for his work? Have you called that God stingy or wicked for not giving you the money to start your business? How can you have a God? You say you are worshiping a living God and you are going after men to give you money to start business or to do anything. I laugh. I used to do that. Oh, give me money, I give you. No. You are going to church. You are worshiping God. You are going to mosque. You are praying to God. You are doing all that thing. You don't need my help. You believe that, right? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul, right? He restores your soul. He makes you lie down in green pastures. He said, yeah, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, he said, I will not fear, for thou art with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You believe he will preserve you. He believes he will provide for you. He believes he can do all things. Then why are you calling your uncle stingy man? Why are you calling your uncle wicked man? Let God provide for you. You say God is above all. If I have God, I have all I need. If I have Jesus, I have all I need. You need money to pay your rent. You need money to pay your school fees or to pay your children's school fees. You need money to buy what you need. Let that God provide that money for you. Stop fighting for that God. Stop saying no. God will use people to work. That's nonsense. God don't need to use anyone to favor you. God don't need to use anyone to do anything for you. If that God is almighty, you have to wake up. Where is your God when you are going for that man to give you money to start business? Or you are asking your uncle, you are fighting, you even want them to sell land for you to go and start business. And when you succeed in that business, you say it is God that has blessed you. It is not God. You see our people, our brothers and sisters in Malaysia, how they are breaking into their house and bundling them, maybe deporting them back to Nigeria as rats. And these same people, they will still tell you it is God that kept them alive. If that God exists, you wouldn't have left Nigeria in the first place for Malaysia. But even in Malaysia, they still do their church there. The God that failed to bless you in your village will not bless you anywhere else. It is not God blessing you. It is you, your effort, your work very hard for you to get those things, and you get them. But see, in your village or in your country in Africa, people are working harder, yet there is nothing to show for it. Yet these people will still tell you, I believe there is a spring being. What is the benefit of having a spring being in your life? Tell me, show me. It cannot stop you from being sick. It cannot stop you from involving in accidents. It cannot stop you involving in error. It cannot help you. Yet you said, oh, no. You don't need any spring being in your life or over your life. You don't need any God or Jesus. Or if you say they exist, please, where are they? I want to see that God. I want to see Jesus. Not tomorrow, not one day. It's now, right now. I want to see that God. I mean, you are God. I don't have God. You do. So show me your God. Can you? In your time of need of money, need of health, need of any assistance, where is your God? Invisible God is impotent. Invisible God is inactive. Invisible God is useless to you in times of need. People around you, your fellow human beings, they are better than God in heaven in your time of need. Those people around you on earth, they are more important to you than God in heaven. But religion makes you despise the men around you, your fellow human beings, in respect and honor of God in heaven that cannot help you. It is people around you that can help you. Even when you die, God cannot bury you. You believe God buried Moses in the Bible, Abby? They say nobody saw the body of Moses. God buried him. God hid his body. That's what they said, right? And it was Moses that wrote that. Oh. Imagine person that wrote about his death. He said the Bible is a useless book. Listen, it is the people that are around you that will bury you when you die. God cannot bury you. Jesus cannot bury you. God have no power to bury you. If that God exists, he should be breaking protocol. In other words, before you die, he will dig the grave. You see the grave, he say, you are going here. Because he said that in Genesis chapter 15, verse 15. He said, you will join your ancestors and you'll be buried in the grave. So God's supposed to make the grave. But even when his son, Jesus, died, he had no grave. A man has to bring his grave. That's why when you say that, go to Jerusalem today, you will see where the grave of Jesus. Jesus had no grave. He was buried in another man's grave. Read your Bible very well. There is no grave of Jesus in the Bible. No. He was buried in the grave belonging to Joseph of Arimathea. The grave, the tomb that Joseph made for himself and his generation. And the state people, they will tell you, oh, Jerusalem was destroyed in AD 70. And they left the tomb, right? They left it. They said, this is for Jesus. Oh, man. Come on, people, wake up, my people. That God cannot help you even when you are alive and when you are dead. God cannot help you. You have to wake up, my people, to know that in your time of need, God will not be there. You have to switch to humanity from spirituality. Spirituality is just useless to you. What is not doing anything for you. I ask people that say, oh, I am a traditionalist now and all that. I said, how is that improving our people? I'm not talking about building road. I say improve people first. How is that improving our people?